Anyway, I've got this story I've got to tell you. It was amazing, okay? Something God did for me. So that morning, Saturday morning, before the football game that night, against the Cowboys playing Detroit, Mr. Shives came over. For 1 minute, he was supposed to be there, and he stayed 2.5 hours anyway. So we talked for a while about God, and we just got all excited about all kinds of stuff, and it just, God has been so good to us. And then, I asked him, hey, you want to come by for the Cowboy game? And I was like, he was, yeah, oh, just act like I'm not coming. And I was like, okay, that's fine. So nobody comes to my house, okay? He's been over, and then, my daughter has come over a couple of times, to do her laundry or something, and that kind of thing. So anyway, that evening, I went to go get fajitas. I decided to go ahead and get fajitas anyway, even though I knew he wasn't coming. I knew Mr. Shives wasn't coming. So I went over and went to La Michoacana, and I got there, and I started thinking about John Mark Comer and some of his stuff. He was talking about bringing people over and having, community with everybody, and it was so exciting. And so I don't know how this happened, but I just decided to go for it, to pray that God would bring somebody to dinner that night, okay? I did. And I was at the La Michoacana. I said, I'm going to pray for somebody to come. I don't care if it's Mr. Shives, who's not going to come, I could tell. And my daughter, maybe, but she hadn't been there but once in the last 3 weeks. And, maybe somebody next door. Who knows? God could bring anybody to my party, okay? And so while I was at La Michoacana, I started praying about it, and it was great. I was like, a little nervous about it, but I kept going. I was like, God, you can do this. You can bring somebody to my house, okay, for dinner. And so I went home, and I started cooking, and I put the fajitas on, and then I put the onions and bell pepper on, and that's 20-30 minutes, and all this is happening, and I look at my phone every once in a while to see if anybody had texted me, and nobody had. I said, God, you can do this. I know you can. I know you can do this. And so finally it was down to it. It was like, oh no, we're getting close. We're getting close, and so it was down to the time where I got the fajita meat, and you got to cut it up, right? And I brought it in, set it down, and I had gotten the tortillas and put it in paper towels. I was about to put it in the microwave, and I put it in the microwave, and I was about to start it, and all of a sudden I heard something outside, and I was like, oh, okay, and it was like a car door, bam, and it hit, and I was like, and then it drove off. I was like, no, I was like, this is no, come on, you can do it, God, you can do it, and so I was like, you can do it. And I took the tortillas and I put them in the microwave, and 60 seconds, that's it, right? God, you can do it, 60 seconds, right? And anyway, it was so good because I went back down, started cutting, and I was looking over at the timer, and it was going off, and I was cutting, and then 10 seconds left. It got down to 10 seconds, and all of a sudden, my phone rang, and I was like, picked it up, and it was my daughter, and she was like, Dad, I'm coming over to get the laundry. I said, you're coming over to have fajitas, you're going to talk to me, and you're going to know about my miracle and what God did for me, and it was so awesome. It was just amazing. I started crying. I broke out, and it's not a huge miracle. It's not somebody got healed or whatever, but it was a message to me. It was a message to me that, ask, and He'll do it. Ask for something bigger next time, sure, I'll do a miracle for you, come on, and that's what it felt like, and it was just the most wonderful moment. And so now I've told everybody about it. Everybody's like, okay, he's telling me about that miracle story again, Anyway, but no, God is wonderful, and He'll always take care of us, and He wants us to reach out there. He wants to talk, to pray and to ask Him for things. He wants to give us stuff, just like we want to give our kids stuff, So anyway, that's my miracle story. And I'm so excited.
Thank you, Father. It's our honor. All your sons, all your daughters give you praise. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Father.